much, guys. Welcome back to another round of the U150 tournament that Grady and I have been playing. Today's matchup is going to be Dusknoir spread versus Crobat Rush. Now, both these decks have had close games and not close games. Dusknoir spread at a really close round one, almost being upset by Lucario in that 8-1 matchup. But then Dusknoir just demolished Emboar in the next game to get to this play-in stage for the final 8. And then Crobat Rush had a couple games where people took prizes off of them, but you know, scoreline says 8-5 on both those games against Tangrowth and Arceus, but neither game really actually ever felt close. That's just kind of how Crobat Rush does. Both these decks look to kind of accomplish the same thing too. Both these decks are looking to get that early knockouts on the just like support Pokemon. Crobat's going to just try to snipe away Dusknoir, or not Dusknoir, like Duskulls and that sort of thing. So I think Dusknoir, what its goal is going to have to be is to get the Dusknoir up in one turn, whereas the Crobat is going to just look to apply that early pressure. So a lot of different nuances with this game. Crobat's got a lot of these like scoop up effects and whatnot to mitigate some of that damage, but Dusknoir is just going to try to spread and take those important knockouts. So kind of interesting game. I'm going to get hit with 10, and then since turn 1 attacks do no damage, the Psychic Restorer does nothing here. Grady only able to get a Crobat G down and nothing else. So kind of a slow start for Crobat. Crobat's on the top. I should have speculated that with the double Uxie start, but I'm playing Dusknoir here on the bottom. Hard telling what I'm going to go with this collector. No Baltoy. That's kind of interesting, but I will get Darkness Grace up. Maybe I have the Baltoy in hand. Oh, we're going to swoop teleport to the Baltoy actually. Or are we, let's see. So actually we are collectoring, so I took back the Spirit Tumor. I'm going to collector for the Lapras instead. That's what happened there. So instead of, oh, never mind. I'm taking it back again. I was thinking maybe, like, I could go for a Donk here. I think that's what the idea was, maybe. Yeah, that's what the idea was. Go for a Donk, because I think a Muscle Band would have done it, because Crobat's double weak, right? So a Muscle Band and an Energy. But the Uxie was already gone, so no way to recover that. Kind of a weird situation there. He's going to go ahead and Roseanne's Research, presumably for that Baltoy and the Spiritomb, and there they are. And he's going to go ahead and retreat that Crobat into the Spiritomb and Darkness Grace the Baltoy into the Claydol. That's why I already grabbed the Claydol. Just kind of shorthand there. So my turn comes along. We got the Porygon 2 online, both support Pokemon. A short Colress here. That's probably the only draw supporter I had in my hand. But I still have the Claydol and the Porygon. So important to get that Duskull down. Really good there. Got an Energy Attachment to retreat next turn. Claydol's going to be coming in. Let's see what we can hit. A Pineco is going to be helpful to do damage because, like I said, he is going to be mitigating a lot of damage just due to scoop up effects. So Pineco is going to be important. Plus, he's always going to have Broken Time Space or Forest in play, so I don't have to worry about playing my own to evolve and de-evolve the Pineco. But Grady not doing so hot. Last turn was a Roseanne's Researcher supporter. This turn is a early game trump card. Kind of scary here. He does get a Skunk Tank out, and here comes the Claydol. Darkness Grace, unfortunately, is just not going to do anything, so he just passes on over. An attachment comes down to the Coco. Most likely going to see a retreat and an attack after I do all my stuff. Simple as that. 20 to everything. That's pretty big. I could win next turn. Just by getting a couple Pineco drops if I need to. Luxury Ball and Level Ball coming down for Grady. Probably going to be a support Pokemon and a Zubat, you can imagine. Yep, there we go. So Porygon and Zubat down. He's still looking for that Broken Time Space. That's going to be a little bit more important in the Forest this turn, just so you can get that Porygon online. I think that's what he's going to need. It's just broken time space and start taking some knockouts. Maybe take a knockout if you could on the Claydol. If not, that Dusknoir is pretty important to take a KO on as well. Just so that I got 90 damage to move around. Don't want to be taking an important knockout. If I can hit that next turn, if I can hit Penneco, it's going to be even scarier for him. Tails on a Recycle Flip plus an Oaks coming down. Still no supporter for Grady. So we still got plenty of room to go. Just needs that broken time space and a couple bat drops. That's really all he's looking for here. But obviously didn't get it right away because it would have come down. Timer Ball. I don't remember what the first one was. I didn't see the first flip, but the second flip was a heads. So he's going to get at least one Pokemon. Maybe he'll have the broken time space in play? Who knows? Let's see. So yeah, he does get 2 heads on it. Let's see. So I think he was doing some shorthand there. I missed that a little bit, but that's A-okay. He's going to throw 20 onto the active. Takes a look at that. I would switch it no matter what. Yeah, just the chance of putting the Dusknoir in there. Grady goes in Dowsings for the Oak again. Gonna draw a fresh hand of 7. He's got to scoop up in a bill. Play the bill first. There's a Goop. That Goop is probably gonna save him from just getting demolished next turn. I would probably Goop in this situation just to get some stuff going, but here's a Misty's Wrath first, just in case. Well, I mean, obviously he's got a Misty's Wrath first, just because he still has no broken time space. He discards the download Porygon, so he probably has a recovery option in his hand already for next turn. No broken time space, obviously, because that would have already hit the field. It's one of those cards, like the moment you see it, you're going to play it. Especially in this situation, and especially with Crobat. So it's one way to tell if your opponent has a card in their hand or not, because it usually will come down right away. Erica to draw 3. See right there, there's the broken time space coming down. So now we can start spreading some damage. Pokemon Trader, so that's going to be for the Crobat. He already discarded the Porygon 2, the support one. But Grady just needs, 20 more damage. He's got a Poison Structure left, so he needs that plus 10 damage somewhere. A Dark Crobat drop will do it. If he can scoop that Crobat G up, or if he can just take the Evolution Spray. That works too. Go ahead and de-evolve, puts it on the active. So now he needs an energy. So that's the Poison Structure. He needs that energy. I don't think he's going to get it. He has to get it off of the Claydol and he misses it. But he does hit a Retriever for the second supporter. And probably that ends coming down. So that Goop goes back into his hand. Or into the deck, rather. Goop goes back into the deck. Let's see where Grady goes with this. Maybe he missed that energy. He can't get the Dimension Valley because he already played a Stadium this turn. So that's not what we're worried about. I mean, he could get a Golbat drop. A Golbat drop or a Crobat drop would do the trick. Scoop Up would do the trick. A Gust of Winds. He's going to pin this in the active. So AZ for a second supporter. So he's going to put 20 there and 30 there, takes the knockout, pins me in the active, and presumably he's going to pass here. Oh, maybe. He's got to retreat to get out of the poison. And draw. So, kind of scary here. If I can get out of the active, a Dusknoir, maybe like an Azelf, that's going to be the goal. So the Dusknoir is 1. I have 60 damage to spread, so the Azelf will do the 20 to everything. If I can hit a couple Thorn Tempests, evolve the Penneco to the Fortress, Thorn Tempest. I'm going to de-evolve everything. Whoo! The 20 damage should stay on. Great to put the 20 damage back on. Maybe he missed that. That would really suck. Put the 20 damage back on. I don't know how he healed the Claydol there. This sneaky guy. Maybe I miss it and just lose the 20 damage. That would suck. That would really suck. Oh well. So an N comes down. Hopefully I end him out of these draw supporters. Oh, there goes the 20 damage back on. Nice. Be able to draw some more stuff. I'm going to need to get out of the active somehow. I'm going to need... so I can knock out at least a couple of the stuff. There's an escape rope. Going into the Lapras. Oh, swoop teleporter. Hopefully for that Azelf. Azelf would be really big here. Yep, there is the Azelf, so I presumably have the energy in my hand. There it is. Maybe I could get a Pinect or a Fortress down, get some extra damage. But if not, I am taking a knockout at least on the Claydol and the... oh, Pinecka's 100 HP. I found that out right as I played Level Ball. I was like, no! I thought it was 90. But it is 100 HP, so the Pinecka won't work with the Level Ball. Nothing in my hand will be able to find it. But we're moving the damage around, so the 20 damage will do... will knock out both of his support Pokemon. And so as much as I'm not doing a maximum damage, like I'm only getting 30, it is still important to take both of those support Pokemon out. So now Grady's in a scenario where he's got a broken time space, in his discard pile, so that's not going to be of use. So he can't get another support Pokemon out next turn unless he gets some crazy shenanigans going, right? Oh, only under one supporter and no drop power under his bench. I was really hoping to get the Fortress, because the Fortress would have gotten a knockout onto the Zubat as well. Here is a time-space distortion for 6. Whew. Or not for 6, or 3. I don't know why I said 6. And his other card is probably going to want to grab the... oh, I grab a Lapras, actually. Interesting. Pokédex handy. There's a Retro Energy, and I don't see what the other card is. But probably doesn't want the Retro Energy. Oh, he does want the Retro Energy. How about that? So there's going to be an attachment. He can attack with that. It's a Smokescreen, I believe. It does 20 and something else. So Great doesn't have a lot of recovery. He needs that broken time space back. He has to avoid a Fortress drop. I think that's really the one thing that he has to avoid is Fortress. Because if Fortress comes out, I'm going to be taking a triple knockout, right? He's going to Pile Pad back the N and the Trump card. And it's going to be a Retreat and a Smokescreen for 40. So I think I need to flip a coin for this attack. I mean, let's see, a Fortress will do 60, puts 90. That's still a double, oh no, 10 damage short again. We're taking both the support Pokemon knockouts. Fortress will come down. 10 to everything, so that puts 90 damage on board to play with. Still not enough to take double knockout, because it is the other, the Porygon. If it was the 40 HP Porygon, it would work. So Retriever's going to shuffle back in at least the Coco, you'd imagine. There's the Lapras. I'm going to go back in, that's why I'm shorthanding this. Level Ball's going to grab... I'm kind of curious actually what Level Ball's going to grab. It might be actually a Fail Search. Just to kind of double check what's in the deck maybe. So going back in, there's the Karina. We'll grab Devo Spray onto the Porygon 2. So now I can Mallow as the second supporter. I like that play. With this, you'd imagine maybe Devo Spray and BTS. I did hover Goop. Gonna go ahead and put those two on the bottom. Draw 3, so there's a Goop and a Scoop Up. Scoop Up on the Azelf, so I can reactivate, so I don't have to, I think what I said is I'm going to move this damage before I Goop. I think that's what, yeah. So I'll move the damage before I Goop and then Goop. And then Oaks Retreat. And take 2 more knockouts on the support Pokemon. This Azelf coming in big. The Scoop Up was so that I could reset the Smokescreen. But Grady is going to be able to get another Smokescreen off. Teammates does come down here. Don't really know what he's going to grab here. That Broken Time Space still in the discard pile. Won't be able to get a recovery or a support Pokemon back into play. And Crobat kind of needs that. Crobat needs those the stadiums in play. He needs Broken Time Space and Forest to kind of continue his damage. And he needs the support Pokemon so that he can do it at least 4 or 5 times a turn. Crobat is one of those decks that loves to trump card at least like 3 or 4 times a game. So any way it can burn through the deck, the better. Goop comes down and 40 damage. Not be moving the damage around today. Kind of scary. I could just retreat into the Spiritomb, I'm thinking. That's one play. Marley's Request. Let's see, I got Scoop Up and Swoop. That's what I'm thinking of. Maybe? So actually, yeah, Scoop Up and Swoop. The Swoop would presumably be for the Spiritomb. Yeah, well, it's going to be for the Spiritomb either way. Now we're looking for a way to get probably Coco out. So don't grab the Retriever. I think it's going to be Lux Ball. Yeah, because I forgot that I shuffled back in the Coco. There, it's down. So Marley's Request was played. There's an Energy. Could be just a pass. Azelf has 90 HP. Let's see what I'm looking at doing here. So Computer Search, that's going to be for the DCE. Oh, but it's in the discard pile. So JK. Interesting. What am I doing? Okay. So we're gonna go in apparently. We're gonna Junk Arm here for a Scoop Up. Bench Retreat. Okay, that makes a little more sense. 50-50 and then a knockout. Zubat right down because of Rescue Scarf. So what I did there is I identified her for Scoop Up to get out of the smoke screen. Probably actually would have preferred the Escape Rope, but hey, it's whatever. So the trump card here actually helps me because we saw that Computer Search in my hand. It's going to be able to grab the double colorless energy for next turn. And probably win off that, right? Do I have enough damage? That's 90, 80. I don't have enough damage on the board to win next turn. Forest of Giant Plants, what I would need... Basically what I would need is a couple Fortress drops. Which now, thanks to the Forest of Giant Plants, I could. The DCE will want to go for... the Computer Search will want to go for DCE. But if I can hit like a Devo Spray or two, I think we're in business. But like I said, no support Pokemon all game really hurt Grady. It's going to be the Evolve and re-evolve the Zubat there for 20 damage. It's got a Claydol, like I said, no Broken Time Space, so Forest is going to have to do. Trader will probably go for Baltoy, you'd imagine. It might go for the Dark Golbat. Let's see. Interesting. It might go for, yeah, so Dark Golbat puts a 10 damage on to a Porygon there and a Knockout. Because with Poison Structure, he poisoned himself. Switch those guys up. Here's a Lux Ball for Porygon, maybe? Or Fail? It could be either Porygon or Fail. Could be Azelf, too. Just to draw some more cards, try to get the win this turn. I think I got 3 prizes left. I could just get a Fortress drop or 2 and win the game. Oh, or Porygon Z and the DCE. That actually works just fine there. So DCE, Porygon Z, download, 20 there, and then Flying Flip for the knockout. So yep, that is Dusknoir moving on to the final 8. Thanks for watching today, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.